And now I'm pleased to be joined by Marc from Goalkeeper.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well,
Good.
all things considering.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. Obviously, anyone that's listened to the show before probably heard of Goalkeeper because I play you all the time. It feels like that anyway. So I'm obviously a big fan. But for anyone that's not heard of Goalkeeper, tell us a little bit about the band.
Yeah, we're just a three-piece pop punk band from the Philadelphia area in the United States. That's really about it. We actually just released a new EP, which thank you so much for playing it on your show
I love it.
consistently. It's called Life in Slow Motion, and it was kind of funny. We realized we wrote a quarantine record before the quarantine happened.
So you're telling the future.
Yeah, right. We're
So,
psychics.
yeah,
That's
we
the
got you
secret
to
thing
blame.
about us.
Well, yeah, no, the EP is absolutely fantastic. I remember you put a poll on your social media of what's everyone's favorite song, and honestly,
Mhm.
I just couldn't decide because there's just all so like catchy and uplifting. And it's just really great stuff, really.
Thank you so much. We really pushed ourselves this time to, like we've talked about before, but to try to touch on some topics that we don't normally touch on. And as well as like musically, we really want to be a little bit more dynamic, but at the same time kind of pulled back because like the biggest difference from the last EP, Bad Times Don't Last, and this one is Bad Times Don't Last had so much production on it. Like there were times there's like six rhythm guitar tracks for a
Oh
chorus
yeah,
and like five, 6 part harmonies. But like this record, working with again, we worked with Kevin Mahoney from Hit the Lights, who is the producer, and then working with Will Pugh of Cartel as the engineer. They really were able to show us how we could like strip all that away and play a little bit differently to make it sound bigger. And we've even noticed that when we practice now,
yeah,
we can like we'll play the old songs and they sound so thin compared to the new songs.
yeah. It's
So
being a three piece as well. You want it to sound big when you're live as well.
yeah, but and like and exactly what you said, getting back to your points, I don't go off too much of a tangent. It's really nice to hear how like you saying how big it sounded and uplifting and catchy it is because that we didn't want to lose. We were kind of afraid like if we pull back, will we lose that piece
Goalkeeper
behind it? But
stuff.
it's actually yeah, but it's actually been better. Everyone's like, this is actually a way better record. So
Yeah, it was
heck
it
yeah.
was fantastic. Yeah, and the videos as well are all brilliant. You've got was it Happy you did was that in someone's house?
Yeah, it's actually our drummer's
It
house.
it was. I thought I saw that. Is it
Yeah,
Cody? Is it?
yep.
Yeah,
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 it was Cody's house. We try to use our area as much as we can, especially in South Jersey, which is where they're from, the state of New Jersey. They're from like the southern part of it, which is right near Philly, but I'm like the only one who actually from the city. And but yeah, we have to thank Casey and our buddy Tim who did the videography work for it, and as well as writing like the treatment. We would give him an idea, like, hey, we think Happy would be really funny if we had like the over cliche first band practice,
yeah.
with like all of the crazy stereotypes of like the
The,
badass who's smoking a cigarette and
yeah.
like the lead singer who's like really connected to his mom who like has like the perfect comb over and shit.
Yeah,
And Cody just actually that's actually Cody on a regular basis, so he didn't
yeah.
have to do much acting.
I got to tell you,
um
he's got to be one of the happiest drummers I've ever seen.
uh,
It's like,
that's literally what he says. Like
yeah,
we'll see when we were playing shows, we'll get tagged in comments and on Instagram and Twitter and be like, happy drummer being happy. It's
yeah.
like it's
I
awesome.
think I think it's the Just Say It video, isn't it? And you've got just the sort of individual
Hmm.
videos of each of you. And I
Yeah.
was watching it a little bit earlier and just seeing Cody just like smiling away and smashing all the drums.
He's a
Oh,
ball. He's a ball of energy. That's why it's
yeah,
kind of nice being a three-piece because you got me and Ryan to each side, and then you have Cody in the middle. So when you're watching it, you just see his big happy face all the time.
yeah. I'm actually in a three piece as well, and our drummer is pretty insane. So it is
Hmm.
good that you get to focus a lot on that as well as everything else going on in the band.
Yeah, you need the personality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, did I see you in the studio again? Was it yesterday or something?
Yeah, well, so
Or was that just
we
practice?
no, we were working with our buddy Nick Bruzzese from Man Overboard,
Okay.
because he lives right in South Jersey as well still, and we're just floating around ideas. just trying to, make you, because otherwise we'd just be sitting here twiddling our thumbs, waiting for this pandemic to be in control so we could start playing shows and everything again. So like we were talking to him about doing like a reimagined version of a song in the upcoming months, potentially, and then just kind of jamming, just
Trying to keep busy.
jamming with, yeah, just jamming with them, and reconnecting, because we worked with him like 4 years ago. When we did our song Screwdriver, he's the one who did it. So it was nice, everyone's being safe, social distancing. It's like, hey man, you want to get together and just kind of jam and just hang out, and he was all for it. So that's what we did.
Perfect. Yeah, really good. So finally, before I let you go, most
Mhm.
importantly, are there any plans to come over to here over the UK? Or
Yeah, there's actually been multiple plans that have all been canceled. So because of the
ah,
pandemic.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought they would have been, but it's at least there's hope
Mhm.
that you'll be coming over here soon. Because obviously, yeah,
Yeah, it was yeah, we were gonna do something, I think right before like American Thanksgiving, or like right after, for like a week or two, but of course, as the pandemic was, in full rage, not it was just, everything was just kind of put on the back burner. But once shows can happen again, the UK is like a number one priority for us to get over there for.
well, you can expect to see me at the front there.
Let's hang out.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to play track 2 from your EP, Life in Slow Motion. So if you want to introduce, please.
Yeah, this song's called Graveyard. Uh, Not much. It was the last song written for the record, so that was a fun fact. That we were really struggling to find like that last song to fill it out, and that beginning intro started off as like a little trap beat for fun, like as a goof around thing, and then we just kind of Cody just pumped up the click, and it turned into this song. So yeah, Graveyard off of Life in Submission.
Perfect.